Okay. Usually when the year begins, people will have what you call it, New Year resolution, and they will plan this and this. But this year I've got a bad news for you. Before you even plan for that, I've got bad news for you. Well, I'm sorry. Fuel price is gonna go higher in 2025. But I'm sorry. So when you do your New Year resolution, please don't forget to include the fact that you're gonna be paying high. I know. Okay, here I need to talk to you guys. Here you might think that I don't have a car. No, when fuel goes high, even if you're using a taxi, you will feel it. When you buy grocery, you will feel it. So it affects it affects everybody. And one of the reasons is because things in South Africa, they travel on with trucks. So when the price goes high, it affects everything in this country. Directly affects everything. Now, there's a story that I also want us to cover as well. The story about this woman who says she's an ANC bitch. Yeah, man. English, that's English. That airline gay. They've said that, they've released a statement. She's grounded. In other words, she will never use their airline anymore. Ramaphosa's intervention in Mozambique. We need to talk about that. SAPC reported on that. Another interesting story as well, that for me, I find it very weird. There are some organizations that are talking about the people who are trapped in this Stelfontein mine, what, and all the stuff. But it turns out that this thing, a lot of people are imaging there. Also, it has been said that police have arrested 6 illegal miners after shootout as well. That's another thing that is important. But there's another story that I want us to cover, which is very, 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 very important. Minister of Electricity warns that a high electricity cost could trigger unrest in South Africa. And that's the most important thing that we need to talk about. In other words, he's basically saying it is only a matter of time. If we keep increasing the cost of living, including electricity, it is only a matter of time before people will become so disruptive and people will fight against government, and it's not going to be nice. So he's like, this is a time-ticking bomb, because then you've got, they can't buy food. The electricity is too high. Water also, this and this. And one day, they will go to the street and they will be so disruptive, and we will hate to see what people would have become. I think the Minister of Electricity is raising a very, very important point. And when that will happen, or when, God forbid, I will come back and say, I once done a video on this matter when the Minister of Electricity was warning us about this. He's making a very, 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 this is the most important point. But another important point as well is this. If you are not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Come on, good people, because to subscribe, it is free. To like the video, it is free. To comment in the comment section below, it is free of charge. To click the notification bell, it is free of charge. To share this video, it is free of charge. To watch this video until the end, it is free of charge. Also, good people, come on, to watch the ads, it's free of charge, and that's how you financially contribute to this YouTube channel. Speaking about financially contribution to the channel, you can become a member of this YouTube channel from as little as 20 Rand a month. You can also use the Super Thanks button. In case you don't want to do that, guys, there is a way where you can use my media company banking details to donate to the channel, and you know what I'm saying? We'll bring you more, and also guys want to buy more equipment. So the power is in your hands. Please do the honorable thing as we proceed. Okay, so let's proceed. Where do we start? Let's start with the issue fuel price. There's an article that was released by Times Live on the 29th of December 2024 at about 2:01 p.m. The problem is that I don't see the journalists there, but they do report that motorists are being greeted by a bad news for the new year with fuel price increase for that consecutive month. Let's proceed. On January the 1st, retail price of 93 ULP petrol and 95 ULP petrol will rise by 19 cent and 12 cent respectively, with the wholesale price of diesel going up to 8 cents for for what let's leave those in nice English there. Then they say the departure of mineral resources and energy attributed the fuel price increases to the rand, and that depreciating against the dollar from 17 rand 95 cent to 18 rand 11 cent in the period of under review, and a rise in the international product price for petrol. The international price of eliminating petroleum and diesel price decreased, right? So then, the prices are there. It is funny, guys, to note that something that we don't talk about when we talk about these things. A person who is around Eastern Cape, around Mpumalanga, will not pay the same price. I think even KZN, for instance, I'm making an example here. You will not pay the same price as a person who's in Johannesburg. Do you not? So far as I know, I think Joburg is the number one expensive in terms of petrol. I think it's followed by Durban. I forgot. But yeah, I'm just saying, guys, sometimes living in rural areas, it has got its own advantages. It's just that we don't want to talk about it. One of them is the fact that your petrol is cheaper than a person who's in Gauteng. But we hardly talk about that. I know we always focus on the other negative stuff. We never talk about the fact that sometimes there's an advantage. But Sophie Mkwena, 29th of December 2024, at about 11:05, reporting for SABC, says President Ramaphosa's intervention in Mozambique has been welcomed by many in the country. South Africa, as a neighbor, has taken an initiative to engage stakeholders in Mozambique on the current political and security situation in the country. The president assigned his envoy by Dr. Setni Fumandi to travel to Mozambique and meet with the outgoing president Philip Nyusi. While Nyusi adamant that the situation is under control, a lot of damage has been done since the start of the protest. Right? But why will he say the situation is under control, but what we are seeing is bad? But FlySafair have released a statement. According to an article that was released by IOL, Semi-Rel is a journalist who released the story, released 10 hours ago as of today. She says this passenger will be placed on our no-fly list and will not be welcome, as a statement that not welcome in a future FlySafair flight, said FlySafair Chief Marketing Officer Ukibi Gordon, responding to media inquiry about put forward by IOL. Do you know who I am? Right, I'm an ANC peach. Yay! Yay! Then there's this interesting one that we also need to be concerned about. The fact that it says that unlicensed police recovered unlicensed firearm and ammunition from the suspect. According to police, authorities had received intelligence revealing illegal mining activities in Revelia. Acting on this information, members of the National Intervention Unit (NIU) launched an operation to locate the suspect. Upon arriving at the designated area, police discovered tools commonly used in the illegal mining. Right? As officers began to confiscate the equipment, the suspect opened fire on the police, leading to an exchange of gunfire. Gauteng police spokesperson Mavela Masondo. 2 suspects arrested at the scene were found in possession of a rifle, pistol, magazine loaded with ammunition. 4 additional suspects were apprehended nearby. The suspect faced multiple charges, including possession of unlicensed firearm, ammunition, and attempted murder. Okay? Hey, people have that audacity that they can just fight police. We should be concerned about that. Good people have such audacity. Like, such an audacity. Minister of Electricity saying something very important. He says, but an article as well that was released by EIOL, the journalist there is Utami Ngobane, published 10 hours ago as well. Electricity and Energy Minister Dr. Josiento Ramohopa has warned that the high cost of electricity is a ticking time bomb that will trigger unrest and undermine the government. I fully concur. Fully concur with the man. Though it's not what we condone, but I'm just saying I fully concur. He says people are going through exceptionally difficult period. Many of us in that media briefing are privileged. We'll spend time with our families, open the fridge, have a choice of what to eat, drink, right? The majority of people watching us today do not have that privilege. It is a real problem, a genuine problem, he says. The minister, we have pensioners earning 2,190 pension grant. The cost of electricity for an average low-income household is 1,200. Yo! I like this article. Very, very informative. If you take out 1,200 from 2,190, you see that you are diligent payers. They start by paying their electricity accounts, but we have effectively wiped out what the state has given them. On one hand, the state gives them social grant. On another hand, we take half of that. Yo! He nailed it, guys. Yo, I wouldn't have said it better. He nailed it. Mind you, he's just talking about electricity bill. He's not talking about water bill. He's not talking about food. That is, by the way, the latest stats I read on food, it said that you need about 4,000 what? To buy a minimum grocery of 4 people. So the person is already earning not even half of what is needed for grocery. You see that the person is working on a minus already. He's making a very important point, but let's proceed. He continues to say, we are creating a perfect storm that can undermine legitimate government. It is a national security problem, exceptional problem for the country. It is our collective interest to resolve this issue. We will resolve this problem, he asserted. He then said, we are within touching distance of resolving load shedding, but we are not yet out in the woods. It's important to underline that point. Okay, let me not focus on this because that's not my interest. My interest is the fact that he's outlining that we have a problem. The problem is coming. It's only a matter of time. Warnings like this, guys, you take them for granted. You must be cognizant of every fact that has been revealed by the statement. There are people who cannot afford to buy just a minimum grocery. And the problem is those people are too many. One of the stats that I also read, which was shocking, was the fact that it says it's about 50, if not over 50% of the population depends on a grant. So if that's the case, it means that over 50% of people in this country cannot afford to buy minimum grocery, because if they depend on a grant, the grant is not even enough to buy a minimum grocery and also pay for the things that we need, such as electricity and water. So they can't pay their municipal bill because it's not in the money that they have is not even enough. Then you will say, but then there must be children. People are earning money for their grant for their children. But then the more stomachs you add, the more problems you create. I don't know if you see that. The more stomachs you add, the more problems you create. Because the more the consumption too. So in other words, you're not solving any problem. You still need to progress in life. How are you going to progress if the money you have is already on minus? So we've got time ticking bomb indeed. I fully agree. We once did a video on this one where we were talking about that, debating that it's a time ticking bomb. It's only a matter of time. I fully concur. What's your take about that? Those are some of those are most important videos, by the way. The information contained here is the most important information. But again, such videos tend not to do well. Why? I don't know. They tend not to do well. But I'm just saying, guys, I fully concur, and I'm scared. What the minister is saying here, I'm very, very scared. Yo.